students, today we will discuss about the money supply. We have already discussed about the various aspects of money. We will today discuss money supply, meaning of money supply. What is the meaning of money supply? Money supply refers to the total stock of money in circulation in an economy at a given point of time. At a given point of time, there is a difference between this specific word point of time and period of time. Point of time, that at a specific point of time in a day, at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, whatsoever it may be. So money measured at 1 o'clock may not be equal money measured at 2 o'clock. It may differ. So at a point of time, if it is measured, money is measured, the money supply is measured. This is called at a point of time. And period of time for a duration, for 1 week, for 1 month, for 1 year. This is called period of time. So money supply is measured at a point of time, not for a period of time. Money supply includes those components which can be directly used for transactions. These components are also known as transaction money. Transaction money. First component is currency. In currency, both paper currency as well as coins will be considered. This is also known as the currency held outside banks. That means currency held by public, private individuals and business firms, and currency held outside banks. Number 2, net demand deposits against which checks are issued held by its commercial banks is also considered as the second thing as a components of money. That is, two things will be considered as a components of money supply, that is currency and net demand deposits against which checks are issued. These are the two components of money supply. Let us consider the components of money supply in detail. Currency held by public, private individuals as well as business firms. They both are considered as public in real sense. It consists of coins, paper money, and second component is demand deposits. That is, these are deposits made to the bank. A demand deposit is any deposit account on which a check can be written. These are withdrawable through check on demand. These are included in money supply because these are claims of creditors against banks which can be transformed from one person to another by means of checks on demand by the creditor or depositor. That is, whatever money deposited by the persons, individuals, business firms in the banks and which can be demanded by depositors at any time, at any moment, that currency, that money will also be considered as a components of money. These are the 2 points of components of money. Let us consider how to measure money supply. The money supply can be measured in our country through 4 ways. The RBI has instructed to measure the money supply through four ways. First one is M1, second one is M2, third one is M3, and fourth one is M4. Let us consider one by one. M1. In M1, C plus DD plus OD. C means currency held by public plus demand deposits and plus OD, that is other deposits. This is called OD. These are other deposits with RBI of quasi-government institutions like Industrial Development Bank of India, foreign central banks and government, IMF, World Banks, etc. All these are considered under OD. And second one is M2. M2, it includes savings of people with post offices along with M1. That is M1, C plus DD plus OD plus saving deposits with post offices savings bank. Then it will be considered as M2. And third is the M3. M3 is equal to M1 plus net time deposits with the commercial banks. And M4, it is also a broader concept besides M3. It also includes total deposits with post offices excluding NSC. That is, M4 is equal to M3 plus total deposits with the post offices other than National Saving Certificates. Now, let us consider another topic, that is barter system, meaning and features. In the primitive stage of economic development, human needs were very limited. The market transactions were limited to the extent of mutual exchange of goods between two or more individuals. This is barter. Barter means exchange of goods for goods. Now, meaning and features of barter system. Barter exchange is direct exchange of commodity for commodity. And its features are, number one feature, barter system can be practical only if there is double coincidence of wants. And number two, if double coincidence of want does not exist, there will be huge trading cost. There will be huge trading cost. And number three, trading costs. Third feature of barter system is trading costs refer to cost of engaging in trade. That is search cost, utility of waiting, and with economic development, exchange through barter become impractical. Now, limitations or problems of barter system. What are the limitations? What are the problems of barter system, so that the money has been evolved to cope with the problems of the barter system? The first limitation of barter system is lack of unit of value or account. That means in the barter system there is no common measure of value of goods and services. And second one is lack of double coincidence of wants. Simultaneous fulfillment of mutual wants by buyers and sellers is known as double coincidence of wants. And sometimes it may not happen, then problem will arise. And third one is lack of a standard of deferred payments. Lack of standard of deferred payments. Barter system lacks a standard of deferred payments. It creates problem in entering into contracts which involve further payments because of lack of any satisfactory unit. Credit transactions become difficult because there could be disagreement regarding the quality of goods, disagreement regarding the specific type of good, and disagreement about change in the value of the good as the commodity may lose or gains its value over the duration of the contract. These are the various limitations of barter system. The last one is lack of store of value. Under barter system, it is difficult to store wealth for future use. It involves only costly storage, it deterioration or appreciation in the value of stored commodity. These are the problems faced by the barter system. Problem of quickly depositing of the commodity without loss if the owner wants to buy something else. These are the various limitations, problems of barter system. Now, next topic, that is functions of money, will be discussed in the next class. Rest is well. Thank you.